Texas in Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Coming up, we've got an ultra-important divisional round matchup in the NFC, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another comes in off a win last week in the wild card round.
And it's funny, depending on which team you are, you say that that's an advantage. You'll take the rest, you'll take the week off, get your guys healed up a little bit and ready to go. But that team that's coming in off of a win last week, they're really excited to keep playing. They feel like they are hot and ready to go.
The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And they're led out by their mobile quarterback out of West Virginia. It's Geno Smith.
And he more than did his part in the wild card win with 3 touchdown passes. Now, he's going to get a bigger test here in round 2. But his unit is in rhythm, and they're playing as well as they have all year long. I wouldn't be surprised if this defense, though, tried to get after him early with a little extra pressure. If he can handle that, he can have another big game, though.
Loose at the 30, inside the 20, and all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Ken Walker, 75 yards. And the Seahawks are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. First look at the Cowboys offense as Dak Prescott gets ready to guide them.
And he and his team, they were the beneficiaries of a first-round bye earned with a tremendous regular season. He'd been a little bit nicked up, so he could use the rest. And I'm sure his teammates felt the exact same way. But now it'll be interesting to watch their first few drives in this one. Because sometimes getting the rest is great, but sometimes you accumulate a little bit of rust as well. Maybe they come out flat, and they can't afford that in the postseason.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Play action now, Prescott. And complete, right side to Cook. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. They'll try the middle with Cook. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
In motion goes the tight end. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Here we go.
And there's Cooks in motion right.
Here we go, 46. Go.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field.
Here we go, kill. 47. Under. Here we go, 46.
The Cowboys will go. Prescott. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert. Then they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Now here's Jason Myers. He gets set for the Seahawk field goal. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. Yeah! And that is no good. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt him later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the 2nd half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the 1st half.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us. No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
That one is blown up by Jordan Brooks, the linebacker. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
2nd and 12 at the 47-yard line.
Prescott now. That is caught by Lamb. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Prescott to throw it. Short pass taken in by Schoonmaker. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop you, keep throwing them, and occasionally you break a tackle and turn into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
They run again on 1st down, Cook. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right. A 2nd down throw for Prescott. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. In motion, the tight end. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Yeah! That's going to be caught. Touchdown! C.D. Lamb, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from evening this one up. So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the 2-point try. Now they send the tight end in motion left. Prescott, they're going to throw for it. It's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. Yeah, they were in field goal range the last time out, but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
Now it's Smith. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. They took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
Now Smith. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Taking it about the 16. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Dallas offense set for this next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
Well, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. On the move past the 40, down the right sideline. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. A big play here for Dallas. 45 yards.
I don't think anyone would argue that having that extra week definitely helps come playoff time. And those were some fresh legs right there. That extra practice time and planning, certainly in evidence.
After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. That's caught once again by Gallup. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10. To throw is Prescott. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Hey, kill. Here we go, 46, 47.
They'll throw again. Prescott. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Ferguson. Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it. Gallup goes in motion.
Hey, 47.
4th down. Prescott. That's caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
So now, Charles, 2 touchdowns, 2 tries at 2-point conversions, and both fail.
And you want to say, let's go ahead and run the kicker out there from now on, but the problem is you're chasing points at this stage. So now you got to dial up more 2-point conversions and hope you're successful from here on out.
Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Hey, here we go, Sunday.
Throwing now is Geno.
Get you baited.
Tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. Following the interception, here's Prescott. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 18 yards that time to push him up 1st and goal. Here's Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
As soon as he leaped out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
On the move to his left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys add 6 to their lead.
This is a great decision right here. Out of the pocket to his left, and he knows if he waits too long, the defense is going to be all over it. So he makes a decision to go and wins the race to the pylon.
Well, the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. Now the ball now going back over to the Seattle Seahawks offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
Just 3 catches in the wild card victory for him a week ago, and now he's got his first here, and it's good for a 1st down. Now wasting time going right back to DK Metcalf. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a 1st down. To the air again, Smith. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one. 96
yards rushing for him now, as he has been strong here in the first half of this divisional round matchup. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. First catch for him in these playoffs. He was held without one last week, but he's got a 1st down on that effort. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Myles Jack with a big-time hustle play there as he backs the offense up. A rare misstep on that last play, because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal. Walker. Yeah! Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
Well, that play's not going to go on their highlight reel at the end of the season, but the only benefit to the offense, maybe a little more space if they want to throw the football now after taking that long.
And he finds Luke in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. A 7-yard touchdown grab, and the Seahawks have got it back to within a score. Extra point up and through by Myers, and this is back to a 5-point game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And out now come the Cowboys.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive.
Now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A throw on the money there to Doolin. There he goes left side. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
He's going to take a shot for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, the first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
Smith's throw into the hands of Lockett. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. And now Smith going to change the play. Now Geno. And that is incomplete. This Cowboy defense looked ready for that 3rd down pass. Brings up 4th. Myers' kick is good, and that will cut the lead down to just 2.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over.
The last drive for this offense, Charles, you remember it ended in 1 play, that quick interception, but they do still have the lead as they start this drive here.
And that's something to focus on for them as well, because it's not quite no harm, no foul. But the interception, hey, shake it off, move on. Hasn't cost your team the lead, and now it's time to rebound. And the quarterback and his teammates, they can add to the lead with a good drive here.
Prescott off play action. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 23 yards the pickup there. First down, Prescott. He gets it to Cooks. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Prescott looks to throw on first.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 23 yards on the play.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball, let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
A first down throw for Prescott. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
At the 6-yard line.
Prescott yet again. This is caught. Touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott as his guys are able to extend their lead.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Aubrey good with a PAT. And that makes this a 9-point game.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. Back out now comes Kenneth Walker and the Seattle offense.
And Charles, you can't really fault him. He's over 100 yards already. He's not the reason they're losing.
And that is really unusual because ordinarily when you've set the tone this way and have run it this effectively, usually your team's in control. So it's a very strange situation. And you're right, you can't fault him. He's done a great job for his team thus far.
I'm guessing he's saying, feed me on the sidelines. Now will they continue to do it? And Walker has it. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
Smith's throw into the hands of Henry here.
Smith trying to get him to the line quickly with the clock rolling. Geno now to throw.
As it complete to Jackson Smith and Jigba.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And this complete to Henry over the middle.
And he will have a first down here as they get into field goal range, down just shy of the 20.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. Myers' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter.
And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working.
Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted.
He may go.
And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Suddenly it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. After the interception, here's Smith. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a first and goal trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field goal try. Still a long ways away from that happening, but that has to be what they're thinking right now.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's third and goal. They'll try and run. Walker. And boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on fourth and goal. Myers' kick is good.
So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3, but with starting field position like that, 3's not what you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball into the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Cooks will come in motion right.
47. Here we go, 46. What do you think?
Play action now. Prescott.
That is caught. Schoonmaker. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
That's good for the Cowboys.
Pollard, he'll take it up the gut. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down. Now Prescott going to change the play. They'll go with Pollard here on first down.
And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8. Here's Pollard again.
And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Touchdown, Cowboys! Dak Prescott now 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon.
And the Cowboys are able to stretch out their lead.
That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively.
And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Back to throw, Smith.
Finding Henry here on the crossing route.
5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
From the 41, here's a 2nd down and 4.
And 4 at the 41-yard line.
Here's Smith. He completes it to Henry. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
And the Seahawks first down.
Throwing again is Smith. Right back to Henry, and Henry's got it again. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. On second down, it's Walker. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Not liking the look. They'll change the play. Back to Walker on first down. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. During that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. Prescott on first down. Short pass taken in by Schoonmaker. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on, catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
This now a 3rd and 4. Out of the gun to give to Pollard. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1. Slot man moves right.
Brings up 4th and 1.
Now Prescott on 4th down. Well, it's a shovel pass, and it's complete. And he is going to have the Cowboys first down as he gets a little more than he needed. 4 yards to pick up there on 4th and 2. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And some space here. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack onto their lead as we get set for the 4th. First down, and it's Pollard again. Down at the 25. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
On second down, it's Pollard. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 67 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
I think there's a fatigue factor that's kicking in defensively. You know the will is still strong. I think the offense is starting to bend it just a little bit, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's looked that way. We'll see if they can continue this already strong drive. From the red zone now, Prescott. He's got it. Touchdown! Jake Ferguson saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Cowboys are moving closer to a date now in the NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this 4th quarter lead. An important score there, CD, and now an important extra point because it would make it a 3-score game.
Love the map there, and at this point in the 4th quarter, look, we all need next-gen stats, right? We all use them, but we don't need them here, do we? Because that means it's almost a certain victory.
Aubrey now for the PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. And we will get another look at Seattle's offense. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. Escaping the pressure right. And Smith able to move the chains before sliding down. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem scrambling for 22 and a 1st. Throwing is Smith. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk 1st. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Here's Smith now on 2nd down. Targeting the out route, and he completes this to Metcalf. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Smith throwing again. And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. And now here come the Cowboys. And this one not officially in the bag, but it's looking more and more like you and I are going to be in these same seats next week for a game to go to the Super Bowl.
Man, it's contrary to our meeting with the visitors, wasn't it? Remember when we went over to their hotel before the game, and one of the themes they kept hitting us with was, let's put the pressure on the #1 seed and see if they can handle it. Let's do that. Well, they're the #1 seed for a reason. Best team all year long. They're showing it again in this game.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands. Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Fourth down, Prescott. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Cowboys here unable to convert on fourth down. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. Now maybe a free play here for Smith. Open man, that's Henry. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Offside, defense.
So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously, more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Here's 3rd and 10. Now Gino. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. Myers' kick is good, and this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. Dallas offense set for this next drive. And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead and the football, the clock right now their friend as they try to book their spot in the conference championship next Sunday. Lamb will go in motion.
Here go 46.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. He's got his man. It's Gallup. And he's brought down. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
These guys, so they're not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Prescott looks to throw on 1st. And that'll be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. The slot man in motion right.
Hey, 47. Here we go. 26.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Uchenna Nwosu. And the Seahawks are right back in this football game. Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10 at the 34. Throwing now is Gino. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down. Gino down to throw. A throw on the money there to Doolin. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. A throw there, but that's
That's going to wind up incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
Here's Smith. Flush to his right. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Smith to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
With all the success they've had throwing the football as a pass rusher, you know you've got to come hard when you see him drop back to throw. So I really like this call to counteract that pass rush with a screen. It turns into positive.
And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game. The extra point now coming from Myers. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the fourth. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. Both these teams fighting for their playoff lives, all tied fourth quarter as the kick is away here. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
Meanwhile, Prescott's throw pulled in by Lamb. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. 2 timeouts still in their back pocket. It's 1st and 10. Prescott. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you're talking about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You have to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
This is 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Cook. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So now this one's going to rest on the foot of their 2nd-year kicker. This would put them in the NFC title game. And he got it. The kick is good. He splits the uprights. And in doing so, he sends them to the NFC title game. And the Cowboys will advance to the next round as we say thanks for watching and